welcome back to my channel. This is Anne Marie with Anne Marie Creates, and I am going to share with you today my step-by-step tutorial for my Noteworthy file folders project, and there is also a storage box. So this is my Country Craft Creations design team project for the month of February. You may have seen a couple of sneak peeks on the Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations Facebook page already. So we're just going to walk through how to make the file folders. I'm going to show you how I decorated them, and yeah, we're going to have fun, and then we're going to make the box, the little storage box. So we're going to start off. This project is pretty cardstock intense, and I used the Country Craft Creations Artisan cardstock in a craft color. This is a bit of a lighter color. There's also, there's so many different shades of craft. Just use what you like. I love the Artisan cardstock because, as you can see, you fold it, it doesn't crack. You can wrap it around chipboard for a mini album. It doesn't crack. I mean, it's just fantastic stuff. So I suggest you use that, and you can find just about everything I used. I did have to take some paper clips for my stash, but just about everything I used you can find at Country Craft Creations on the website, so that you can make one for yourself. And so let's get started. So as you would have seen in the walkthrough, we have 12 separate file folders, and each page in the paper collection is dedicated to the 12 months of the year. So I'm actually going to start with, which one is this? This is November. I have one for November, one for December, and we're going to decorate those together. But what you want to do, actually, this is a good example. So I ran out of this color of Artisan cardstock, and now I have this color. So this will be my sample, but this is in my part of my project. So you can see the differences in the shades. It really doesn't matter. I think it's awesome. We're going to cover most of it up anyway. So you're going to need 12 pieces of cardstock. Well, not 12 pieces of cardstock. You're going to need 12 for the file folder. We're going to need 12. Let me just start that over. Sorry, you're going to need 12 pieces that are 6 1/4 by 9. Okay, so, and then we are going to put that into our scoreboard on the 9-inch side, and we're going to score it at 4.5. Okay, hope you can see, yep, see, you can see that score line there. Then, and please, I say this every time, please excuse my dirty, filthy scoreboard. I should be ashamed. Then we're going to fold on that score line, and we're going to burnish. And as you can see, one side is a little bit shorter than the other. And I did that because, you know how file folders have tabs? I used my very janky envelope punch board. And it's janky because the day I bought it, this came off. But I have had it since the day this was released, and I've used it a lot, and it still works. I just have to be careful. So, yeah, see how this all, and you can still push it. So, but anyway. So, but you do not have to have an envelope punch board. And I want to show you that now, before I actually punch it. You can actually take a piece of 2 inches by 2 inches, whatever color cardstock you want. I mean, you can make it correspond with your file folder, or use something different, or use pattern paper, whatever, it doesn't matter. But you cut it to 2 by 2, put it in your scoreboard. Obviously it's 2 inches square, score it at 1 inch. Then I folded it over, and then I just took my corner chomper, or my corner, what is this called? Crocodile corner chomper. There's a 1/4 inch and a 1/2 inch. Oops, sorry, 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. I decided to go with the bigger rounding. Just set it in there and punch it. Oh, maybe I did the 1/4 inch. Oh, now it's 1/2 inch. So you can punch it like that. then you can take this and put some adhesive on the bottom here, and you can actually just glue it however far down you want to glue it, and you have an automatic tag. Okay, so I actually did 3 different what do you call them, tabs for the first 3 months. So January, February, March, and then April, May, June. You get the idea. So I put a 2-inch tag right there. I put a 2-inch one in the middle. Then I put a 2-inch one on the right. You don't have to do that. You can put them all in the middle if you want, or you don't even need to use them. But that's how I did it. So, but I'm going to show you how I did use the envelope punch board, and I do not claim to be an expert at any of these punch boards. This is just how I figured this out. So I took my file folder with the longer side at the top, okay, and I just opened it up, and I hope you can see this okay. So again, this is my top left of the taller side of the file folder. So you have this little this little ruler here. For a 2-inch tab, I just took it and lined it up the corner or the edge with the 2 inches, punched it, and you should have something like that. Okay, and then what I did on the other side here, there is a corner rounder. You can use this, actually, don't round that one yet. Hold off until the end. Round the other 3 corners. And 3. Okay, so we're going to do that. And now we're going to actually cut off this. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can just leave it, but I cut it off. So let's put that into... I'm going to pull in my little cutter here. Oh, sorry for the glare. Oops. Okay. I'm going to put that in my cutter, and I'm going to line up that little roundy, that little ditch where my cutter is. You know where the wire is with this cutter. I'm going to come up here, and I'm just going to cut that off. So you see? I always try to not get too close to that because it's inevitable I make it all screwed up. And then we have a file folder. Okay, and then since I used the rounder from the envelope punch board, I'm just going to go back in and take that, where I cut it off, re-round it, automatic file folder. Okay, and again, you don't have to even cut that off. You can actually just put your, so this is the 2x2 inch one. And I showed you the one where I rounded the corners. I will actually show you, I have another one of these that has the stub and the deco. I'm going to use the stub, where'd it go? I'm going to use the stub, and then all of a sudden it turns it into, like a ticket shape, to where it might look, it'll look something like that. So you can do that. You can like bring it down further, wherever you want to line it up. Wow, is that crooked? Let's do it down here. Okay, see? So it might look like that. Or you might have your favorite die. There are plenty of dies out on the market that are a tab shape. Can't think of any right now. I know I have some somewhere, but sometimes it's just easier to just cut it 2x2, or you could cut it 1x1. Depends on how tall you want your tab and what you plan on putting on it. So that's completely up to you. So I'm going to set all that aside. So now, sorry, I need to put these tools away before they take over my desk. So now we have our first file folder. You need 12 of these total. So I'm not going to make you suffer through all of me cutting and cutting all those file folders, but I'm just going to set this aside, and I am going to start with the ones I've already done. So you can see this one I did in the middle with my envelope punch board. Okay, so, and then this one I think is November, and this one is December, and December's right here. So you see how they kind of, I did 3 different spots. I don't know what that's called officially. I don't know. Excuse me, but that's what we're going to do. So, again, it does not matter which month you start on. You are going to get on each one of the 12 pages in the paper collection. Oh, goodness, it's going to be a long video. You are going to get a sheet, you know, each month you'll have something that looks exactly like this. They're just different colors. You'll also get a little Rolodex card for the month. And then these are all the cut aparts. It's actually not a pattern paper page, so to speak. It's actually a page of cut aparts with pattern paper on the back. Okay, so I'm not going to line, I don't remember how these were lined up, but there's always this longer piece that is 3 by 8, and you'll see what I do with those. And then these are 4 by 6, and then the rest of them are 3 by 4. Okay, so what you're going to need, oh, and then you'll need 1 additional piece of cardstock. This is 4 1/4 by 6. Okay, and then you're going to want 4. If you want to have your, these are photo mats, or actually I'm just matting these 3 by 4 cut aparts. You're going to want 4 of them that are 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. I used all the same color cardstock that matched my file folders. If you wanted to change it up and use, let me see, where is my, in my package, I also received a sheet of each one of these colors. So we have, oops, yellow, pink, this gorgeous aqua or Tiffany blue. Love, love, love. And also this color. So again, if you go back to my design team package haul video, you'll see each of the names of each of these colors. I believe these are my colors. Cardstock, the linen, oh, they're so pretty. It's so hard for you to see that, but they're just so gorgeous. This color we use on the storage box, but we'll get to that later. So I just cut myself a bunch of these 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Some of them, sometimes I trim them, sometimes I don't. Just depends on what you want to use, what I use them for. So again, you need 4 that are 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, 1 that's 4 1/4 by 6, and then one of these of the colors, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I think that's it. So let's get started with that. So what I did, I'll do one at a time, but you could put both of these together if you're going to use a corner rounder. I use the 1/2 inch corner round. Again, if you have a decorative one of these, or you know, cut these with the stub that I showed you earlier. There's a scallop edge, there's that deco edge. What else? A photo edge, or the angle. You can make it look like a tag, however you want to do it. I just made the decision to use the 1/2 inch. So I am just rounding those corners, and I'm just going to keep rounding while we're here. Let me show you. I don't know if I showed you these, I'm sorry. These are the cut aparts, but first coffee. Yes. Thumbtacks, I thought that was fun. This one is fun. Then planner. And then plan for good things. And then I love this one. It just looks like a little policy envelope. That's the pattern paper on the back. You can see they all have the same. So I am just going to take 2 at a time. And I probably shouldn't corner around this one, but what the heck. I'm going to corner around all of them. And 2 more. If you can do more than 2 at a time, you know, you probably could with this. I have just been punching. I'm starting to get sore. So I'm going to take my time with that. I'm going to go ahead and punch a corner around this. I'm not sure if I said already, you are going to need 4 of these cut apart mats for each of the 12 file folders. So what is 12 by 4 times 4 is 48. Seems like a lot, but it's a lot to cut. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot to cut. But I just put a movie on and just cut away and glued away, and it was fun. Now this one, this cut apart, we'll just save this one for last. I did not round these corners. You can if you want to, but I did not, and I will show you in a little bit after we get to it. So let's go ahead and first find the front of your file folder. Okay, again, my tab is in the back, towards the back at the top. I am using art glitter glue. You could use a tape runner for this if you wanted to. Let me show you. I have, what do I have here? My ATG gun is out of, I put it in the corner because it's not cooperating with me. So it's in a timeout. So I'm going to use this one. I know Tamara carries this scrapbook adhesive, the Easy Runner. This is white permanent adhesive. I know there's another one that maybe, I want to say it's green, but I'm not sure. That I think it has repositionable adhesive. But if you're quick enough, they're all repositionable. So just make sure to, because these are all going to line up in a box, I like to make sure that I have adhesive at least pretty close to the edge. That's a little trick, a little tip. I always put a piece of colored paper back there. Just makes it easier to see the edge because I'm old and, you know, can't see when you're old. So I put November like that. And then I take this one and I'll just continue with this until it runs out. Or until you get sick of hearing this. Oh, goodness. Okay. So then I just took this, lined this up, you know, kind of center it. I'm not too concerned about down here. Oh, I'm not too concerned about the little bit down here because you're really not going to see most of that. All right, so then what I did next is we had the sticker sheet. Super cute sticker sheet. And down here there are all these cute little sentiment stickers. So I just pick one. You don't have a whole lot of space there. And I'm just going to choose, I'm going to choose this month. What I like about this, this paper collection, other than the color palette, it's like right up my alley. Pink, mint green, or teal, or aqua. It has some cream, it has some yellow. What else does it have? It has some blues. I mean, I love it. But the other thing that I like is that it doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily each month is themed. You know, like October's Halloween and November's Thanksgiving and December's Christmas. You can, by all means, you could do that if you want to. And I love that too. But, yeah, I love that you're not forced to make it that way if you don't want to. Okay, so this says this month. Okay, I think it might be a little bit crooked. I clearly have to cut off the excess there because it was a little too big. Okay. Oh, for goodness sake. Make sure you put it on straight. There's a pro tip. Okay. All right. I love that. like, I just love putting like little, if there's a tab, it has to have a label. But that's just me. Okay, so then we're going to actually take, let's start with this big one here first. Let's take your bigger piece of cardstock. Remember, it's 4 1/4 by 6. And I chose one of these cut aparts. Oop. I think I'm going to go with this one, Plan for Good Things. And I just glued it down right here. And I thought it would be a cute spot to put a photo here, or put the photo, a bigger photo on the back, and do some journaling right here. So I'm going to do that. This is just super fun. This is kind of like a tag file folder filing system. Yeah, that's a little big mouthful. So we're going to put that. That'll just kind of live right inside there. And then I'm going to close it up so I can take the next one. And mat it. And we're going to, after we mat all these, we're going to go ahead and use some seam binding. You can use ribbon, you can use baker's twine, whatever you have, whatever you like. I just have a stash of seam binding that was super, super fun to use. Oops, oops, oops. That is so stinking cute. I love that. Oh, before I forget, I need to choose one of these. So for down here on the inside, I'm going to take my pattern paper, or not pattern paper, this is my solid cardstock, and I chose yellow. The yellowish color, and I'm just going to put that down here. It's kind of reverse of this one. I just thought it needed some color down here. Okay, so then I think I have to choose one of these. I think I'm going to put this one here, like a little faux envelope. And I tried to keep, you know, the embellishments, keep everything kind of flat, because I don't want these file folders, you know, to be 3 inches thick, even though I like me some embellishment. So yeah, so there's, you know, a little page. Again, you could do journaling on here, just, you know, put a photo here. All right, we have 2 left. Okay, we've got this cute pink one. Or if you decide you like this better than this side, use this side. I'm going to stick with this. Oh, didn't I say I was going to use tape runner? Sorry. I'm just muscle memory. When I'm making a project, I go right for the art glitter glue. Okay. I love this thumbtacks one. It's so cute. Oops. Okay. So, let me cover this up before it dries out. So then, to give you an idea, I just kind of decide which way I want it to look. You know, it's going to get all messed up anyway. So then we're going to put them all in there like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to decide, I need to look at, see all the colors, decide what seam binding I want. That's my stash. Because the seam binding, it looks a little darker on the screen, but yeah. So I'm going to use some white. I think I need 6 pieces. So I'm going to do 1. I'm going to use some pink. I have a couple shades of pink. 2. I'm going to use 2 pinks. I don't have this aqua color. The closest I have is this pretty light blue. So I'm going to cut a couple blues. Then I have navy blue. Nah, I'm not going to use navy blue on here. This red is more like a berry red. Oh, that's a pretty green. I didn't know I had that one. Now, and then I think I'll use a green. Where's my yellow? Did somebody steal my yellow? I had a huge, oh, here it is. Some yellow. Okay, that's more than I need, but I just want to prepare. Okay, so then what I did is I have been using my little tiny attacher. If you have this little, I think Tamara sells this in the store, but you can get this. This is so old. I've had this for so long. I'm surprised it's not dead yet. I use it so much. Then all I do is I'm going to take one of these, fold it in half, decide if you want it on the left side, the middle, or the right. I don't really ever have a plan. Just, you could glue it if you want to, or use Scor tape. I just like to use staples to hold it in. And then you can kind of take another piece, make it in a V shape. And I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to try to put it in the center. Do that. And then this one, I think I'll use the blue. I'm going to put on the right hand side. Just make like a little pull tab. You know, when you pull it out. That's why I like to use a staple. I don't really care so much that this is hanging over, because if I put a photo on that, I'm just going to cover it up anyway. So that's super cute. And now I need two more. Let's do green on the center of this one. Did I do center yet? Nope. Again, you don't have to use seam binding. You can use whatever you like. You can use ribbon from your stash. Little strips of paper you can use if you have these, you know, these are about a 1/2 inch, I think. And I probably did a 1/2 inch by 2 inches. Yeah, super cute. And then that just kind of, then I just try to put this one towards the back, and it's going to cover up where it says this month, but that's okay. I'm going to put this towards the back, and then just kind of, you know, do your thing here. Actually, I think I want this to go here. Should have done this in the, dang it. That's okay. And I kind of love how everything's just kind of like, you know, coming out. So now for this one, you remember each one has this long, what did I say this was? 3 inches by 8 inches. I'm just going to use my scoreboard and fold this in half. You could go ahead and score it at 4 inches if you want. I am just going to fold this in half and use my Dress Up Crafts. Is that what that's called? Dress Me Crafts. This is a, I think it's a Teflon bone folder and a scoring tool. And works beautifully. Doesn't leave marks, which is fantastic. Okay, so then what I've been doing, I have, in my stash, I have these little paper clips. I got them years ago. Don't remember where. You can find these, I think, in quite a few places, but I can't remember where I got them. They just have this little circle thing here that just the paper clip slides into, and it makes an automatic, and there's a little sticky here, and you can make an automatic decorated paper clip. But if you only have these paper clips, that's awesome. You don't have to worry about that. And also, excuse my head if I get into the shot. I also have this little bin of so many different paper clips, and you'll have seen that I use so many of them throughout the project. I have these. Don't know where those came from. Somebody must have gave me those. I used some of those. Look how cute that is. Then I have this one. I used a bunch of these binder clips. Oops. I have these cute little flower clips. I mean, there's so many. The pretty rose gold. You know, way down inside there, there's some colored binder clips. You know, you can just use good old-fashioned regular paper clips. They work just as well too. I'm going to use these because, like I said, I've had them for years. I'm finally down to the last couple. And then what I like to use these for, let me show you. We have the chipboard stickers. Love these. They're super cute. So I have, as you can see, I've been using them. This is November. What do we want? Do we want a flower on our paper clip? Let's see what did these say? Thumbtacks, but first coffee, a planner. Oh, there's a planner. What if we use, does anybody remember these? What the heck is this? Staple remover? How cute is that? But I think it's just a little bit too small. I'm going to actually go with, there's a red stapler remember from that movie, the red stapler? I'm going to go with this cute pink flower. And as you can see, it's adhesive. But what I do is, because if I leave the sticky on the back, it's going to stick to everything else around it. So I like to use some of this, what is this called? This is called, what is this? Embossing, you know, the basically it's like a talcum powder that removes the sticky. It's used in anti-static powder. That's it. The anti-static powder that people use when they're embossing, so that you don't get any of the embossing stuff where you don't want it when you stamp. So I am just, yeah, we'll do it like, what do you think? Like that, like that. You'll put it any way you want it. I'm just going to remove the sticker backing here. And even though it has adhesive, I never trust it. So I put a few dots of art glitter glue on there. And I am just going to center it. I think I'm going to do it like that. On my paper clip. Give some pressure because art glitter glue loves pressure. Okay, it helps it stick more quickly. Sometimes if this is too smooth, I'll have to set it aside and let it dry. But I think it's okay. Okay, and then what I did, I just take my paper clip and it holds that shut. So you could round these corners if you want to. I just didn't, not for any reason, but I just didn't. So you pop that inside there. And how cute is that? Okay, so right here you can leave, I left this blank for some journaling, sorry. You could do, 2024, or you could put, somebody's birthday in there, whatever you want to do. I just think that's really cute. I left the back blank, and I'll show you what I did. So you all remember with the, when you have a piece of pattern paper, you get this, what is this called? This is the band that's at the bottom. It's usually about 1/2 inch. These are the ones for the paper for, oh my goodness, let me put that into focus for you. There we go. This one's for the month of November, and this one's for the month of December. And this is the pattern paper, the back of the pattern paper. Okay, so I'm like, what a waste, right? So what is that? Probably 8 inches. It's just a waste to waste it. So I actually take it and I come up about, I don't know, maybe an inch from the bottom. Put some glue, or you can put the glue on this pattern paper, however you want. But I'm just going to make a cut right there. I'm going to cut it again so it's not crooked. And then just add it here. Okay, and cut this off. Then what I did is I go back to my sticker sheet and decide, let's do something cool. So I have the sticker sheet. I have the, what are these? These are the Simple Pages, the Noteworthy page pieces. There's 17 of them and they look like that. I actually took them out of the package. And what else is here? Then we also have these, the journal bits, which I love these journal bits. So let's look at these. I've been using a mixture of everything. I did not use the chipboard pieces on the backs. Again, I'm trying to not have them be, you know, an inch thick because there's so many, since there's 12. So, I don't know. Somebody tell me what I should use. Nobody's talking. These are super cute. These little, what are these called? Rolodex cards. But then I also have all these stickers to choose from. And I'm going to use Everyday Life on the box. So I don't want to use that. So what I'm going to do, oh, I love this. I love the globe. And I'm not going to stick that down. I'm just going to set that there. Oh, I also love this. Oops, I hope you can see. I think I'm going to save that for the December one. I have the globe. I have these books. Are these books or binders? I think they're binders. Do the holes go on the bottom or the top? They were like this. Okay, I think I'm going to do those two. Then I have this sticker that says True Story. Yeah. So I'm just going to set these off to the side. I have my little, what is this called? This craft mat over here that nothing ever sticks to. So I'm going to stick this down. How do I have that? I'm going to stick my globe down first. Am I? Nope, I'm going to stick my little books down first. And again, even though it's a sticker, I want to add some adhesive to it. Essentially, I'm just making a little collage. There's no right way or wrong way to do it. It's just if you like it, that's what you do. Okay. And that one. Didn't I say this was non-stick? Well, apparently. Oh, okay. I wasn't a liar. And then True Story. I think I'm just gonna. There we go. How cute is that? And we just made a little collage. And you could still put some little photos here or do some journaling back here. I just think these are adorable. And look, you have the little, oh, I didn't want to do that. And then we have that little paper clip that's peeking up. So let's do one more. Okay, I only have one more left. So it is December. Okay, let's see. Don't want to get that in the way. All right, so again, we have all of these. This is the 3x8 on this one. Look at that. How cute is that? It says Crafty Babe. the Crafty Babe, simple quality scissors, easy to handle. Simply snip your way to creativity and confidence. These scissors make the cut. And that's the back. So here is December. Whoopsies. That is the front page. That is the Rolodex. I think I pre-cut all of those. Yep. Okay. So let's start off by, and I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up, and you can watch me do this one because I'm going to do it exactly the same way as I did the other one. So those are, oops, whoops, we forgot to do November. Okay, so November, I feel like November wants this sticker. I see the colors in the sticker. They kind of go with this olive green. So I'm gonna put that, I think, right there. I think I love it. So yeah, so there we have November and December, and you can see how thick those, and I'm, whoop, 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 whoop. And I'm just kind of letting them fall open. So there's 2 of them. So we are gonna make the box next. Okay, let's make the storage box, or what I'm calling the storage box. So we are just gonna make this out of some lightweight chipboard. And I'm gonna set that aside for now. We are gonna want, and as you can see, this is lightweight, pretty thin. It's a nice chipboard. If you don't have lightweight chipboard, you can absolutely use the more medium weight or the heavier weight. Or if you want to use lightweight and you don't have it, you could use a cereal box. And I'm trying to think where I put that. I have one up here in my craft room somewhere, but anyway, I'm just going to use this lightweight chipboard. And my first piece is going to measure 4 1/4 by 6 1/2. This is the base piece, or the bottom. Because if you remember, our folders are 6 inches wide. And let me just grab one. So here is the January. I don't think I showed you this. So this is January. Just kind of a quick recap. Love that. Fresh starts, new beginnings. Here's a Noteworthy. Here's a, instead of one of those other paper clips I showed you in the, the file construction video. I have this one that's shaped like a arrow. And then I just tied some yellow ribbon to it. And then these are my little tags, or my little cut-aparts. Who remembers those? And last one, and then there's that one. So that's my January folder. Okay, so if you remember, and that's the back. So if you remember, these are 6 inches wide. So I made it so that this will just fit, because we don't really have anything sticking out of the sides. So, but because we have 12 of them, I did 4 1/4 inches this way. So hopefully that's going to be big enough to fit them all. We'll see. Whoa. I almost fell off my chair there. That would have been scary. Okay, so you need one. What did I say that was? 4 1/4 by 6 1/2. And then you're going to need 2 pieces. And I'm only going to make the sides. I'm only going to make it come up 2 1/2 inches on the side. We'll see. That should be good enough. So this is 2 1/2 inches by 6 1/2. And you'll need 2 of those. Then you also need 2 pieces that are 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. And that's going to be the short sides. Okay, so you need 2 of those. And then you also want some construction strips. I cut 2 of them to be 6 1/4, or 1 inch by 6 1/4, sorry, 1 inch, good gravy, by 6 1/2. I promise, it's really 6 1/2. Put it in my scoreboard on the short side, and then scored at 1/2 inch. So we're gonna score that at 1/2 inch, fold it, and burnish it. Make sure you give it a good burnish. I went ahead and put some ink on the edge because, as you can see, my construction strips is a different color than my pattern paper. But what I didn't do, I probably should have used vintage photo ink on it. I used that new scorched timber, and it's actually a little bit too green. So I'll show you an example. It's grayish, greenish, black. So here, I mean, of course it looks fine on here, but that's, I'm sorry, that's the scorched timber versus vintage photo. I just felt like it was too greenish on here, but you know, hopefully it's not going to show too much. I do have vintage photo right here. I could just cover that up a little bit, but it's not going to hurt it, but hopefully if I put it together correctly, you won't even see it. But, you know, anything could happen. Okay. Okay. So let's start with, oh, and then also too, I decided, because I didn't have any pattern paper left, I decided to use a craft color cardstock. You can see I used this color. And I put it through my embossing folder, which of course is right out of my reach, but you can see it's this embossing folder. What I don't like is it just isn't long enough. And I kind of messed it up a little bit here, but you know, you can see here I tried to put it back through. I mean, it's going to work. It's going to be on the inside bottom. You're rarely going to see it, if ever. But yeah, it's one of those oops, there it is. It's one of these embossing folders. I wish it was just a little bit longer. It is the 4 1/4, probably 5 by 5.5. So it's actually made for card making, but you can see this is a nice wood grain. And I'm going to show you when we get to it how I just inked it to make the wood grain come out. So I'm going to set that aside. So I cut that to be the same size as the base, 4 1/4 by 6.5. And then the same two, so I had 2 of these. You can see how I inked that. And these are 2.5 by 6.5. And then 2 of these that are 4 1/4 by, no, yeah, 2.5 by 4 1/4. See, now that, it looks gorgeous. So we will ink those when we get to that. So, okay, let's start with our base. So we're going to start with one construction strip, easy for me to say. As you can see, I put Scor tape on either side of it. You can use wet glue if you want to. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go ahead because this might take a bit of abuse. I'm going to put just a little bit of art glitter glue on it to help hold it. Okay, so I'm going to turn it and get these other ones out of my way. Hopefully you can see that okay. And I'm just going to line up that fold of the construction strip right along the edge, of the piece of chipboard. And I'm just going to burnish. Okay. Then we'll go to the next one. We'll take one of the shorter ones. Actually, let me do this. I like to use my favorite pokey tool. Okay, I'm going to put this on the edge. Again, we want the folded edge to line up right along the edge of the chipboard. As close as you can get it. So as you can see, we're kind of just lining this all up. I take another long one. Whoops. It's sticking to everything but what I want. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure it doesn't go beyond the edge. And then our last one. Okay, folded edge towards the outside. Oh, wait. Okay. So then what we need to do, so our bigger, longer piece of chipboard is going to go here. Oh, and then what we also need to do, I don't know why I didn't think of that, I need to cut 4 pieces that are 2.5 inches. 1 inch by 2.5. Okay, let's see. All right, so I need, what did I say? 2.5. Okay, we'll cut this at, no, wait. 2.5. Okay, by 1. So I need 4 of those. For the side, so that we can connect the sides together. Of course, that one's too small. By 2.5. Let's put those, make sure these are long enough. Yep. Put it in our scoreboard. Score half 1 inch, no, half an inch on the 1 inch side. Oops. Okay. Now, where is this? So I'm going to add my Scor tape. I swear, this gets, anyway. Okay, add Scor tape on either side of those Scor lines. Sorry about this, I meant to have this done before I restarted. Just a quick detour. And again, you don't have to use Scor tape, you can use wet glue. Oops. Don't want to cover up that Scor line. Okay. So let's fold right on that Scor line. Burnish. Burnish. I don't know why I feel like I have to hurry up. It's not like I'm timed. That's funny. And then I'm going to go ahead, oops, and do what I've done before and just kind of miter those little corners. Or tab the edges, whatever you want to call it. Oh, well, that missed. Okay. Just removing that so it won't cause any bulkiness when we attach the side panel to the bottom. Okay, there we go. Oh, and since we're here, since I did it on the others, let's add some vintage photo in case it peeps through. I'm not going to wrap the chipboard, I'm just going to glue it to the sides of the box, the cardstock to the sides of the box. Okay, now we can keep going. So now we have our base, and next is our long inch, 6.5 inch side. So I'm just going to butt that right up against the base piece. I'm going to lift up the paper backer, the paper lining, and I'm just going to stick it down. and you'll see that will lift like that. Okay, but while we're here, I am going to go ahead and add the 2 side pieces, the connector pieces. I'll put one on this edge. Oopsies. And if it hangs over a little bit up here, you can always just trim it off. And then I'm going to put one on this edge. I think I got enough. Okay. So there we go. Let's add our second piece. Make sure it all lines up. Oh, come on now. Okay. Remove the backer. Oops. I know I forgot to use a little bit of wet glue on the other side. That's okay. The Scor tape should hold it. It's just a little extra insurance here. Okay. All right, and the edges. Whoops. All right, so now we need to take our smaller pieces, and again, this is 2.5 by 4 1/4, and we are going to lay that just like we did with the longer pieces. We're just going to line it up and stick it together. And then we'll do the sides. Oh my God, do these things drive anybody else crazy like they do me? I swear, they multiply. You blink your eye and they multiply. Okay. All right, sorry for that distraction. All right, so let's line this up again. Make sure everything looks good. Stick it down. I'm gonna jump over to this side. Line it up. Stick it down. Feel a little bit of resistance there. I don't know why. So I'm going to let's give this a good burnish. Okay. All right, so as you can see, now we just need to bring these sides up and form our box. Okay. I just like to pick that up and then just make sure it's all lined up, square it up, and having that wet glue on the Scor tape is great. Let me see if you can see in there. Okay. Gives you a minute to make sure you can line it all up, and it's inevitable, you know, there's going to be an issue. But Just line it up as straight as you can. And then I'm just going to keep going around. Lift it up. So I worried about that showing for no reason because it doesn't show, but that's okay. Better to be safe than sorry in the end. Okay, so there's the second one. A little harder to do on the last one. Oops. So kind of just get your fingers in there and line that up. This one's off a little bit. Okay. And the last one. Sorry, I know you can't see that. I'm just removing the liner, adding some glue. Excuse me. Picking that up and forming the corners. And of course this one lifted. So then I'm just going to go in with my bone folder and put a bunch of pressure on each one of these little tabs. Ah, this one came up. Okay, that is our box. Alright, next, now I really am regretting using the different color because now you can see that I'm going to have to go back and add some cardstock in there to cover up this color, but that's alright. Okay, I think next what I want to do, I'm going to turn this upside down. This one is off a little bit, but I have some little beads here. I wish I had some bigger ones, but I'm just going to hot glue these on here as little feet. I think they'll be super, super cute. I have one left. All I did, so they look like this. I don't know, are these like... I don't know, they're maybe a half of an inch. I don't know the millimeters. I don't know. These were just in my drawer over there. I just took some vintage photo. It's literally all it is. And just darkened it up a little bit. I thought the light feet were just a little, weird. You could paint these to match whatever color the pattern paper is you put on your box. That would be fun. But yeah, I'm just going to leave mine. I'm going to add a little bit more on this one. Yeah. It's a little too light. Cute. You can't get close enough, but you'll never see it. It's going to be on the bottom. So, all right. So I have my hot glue gun over here, heating up. But what I'm going to do is just take a pencil. And I'm literally just eyeballing this. I'm going to try to get them straight. This could end up a disaster, but I'm just going to put a little mark where I think they line up. You can barely see it. There you go. So see, I just put little X marks the spot in each one of the four corners. And I'm going to grab my super, super hot glue gun. And I am going to glue one. Now that I think of it, I know downstairs I have a bag of bigger ones that are actually like a hexagonal shape. That would have been super cute. But these work. Let's give it a little bubble of glue. Just give it a second to catch. I don't know if any of you have this hot glue gun. Ooh, this gets really, really hot. It works really, really well though. I love that it's cordless. It's got its own little stand. I set it over there, or over there. So I hope that that's straight-ish. Okay. And you know, you can absolutely just leave these off. You don't have to add these little feet. I just thought they were adorable. Oh no. Shoot. Okay. I'm gonna leave that like that to dry for a minute. Okay, and while that dries, we're gonna go ahead and grab these side panels that I put through the embossing folder. If you recall, we talked about that. I'm going to move the scoreboard out of the way so I can work on this. Okay. So, if you remember, I showed you earlier the two, this is the, what is this color called? Scorched Timber. It's not the oxide ink, it's just the regular distress ink, but it's called Scorched Timber. I believe it is the newest and the last, from what I understand, distress color. So that's it here, and this is Vintage Photo. I mean, I love this color, but I just don't think it's right. Maybe if I were trying to really age something, I would use this one, but I'm going to stick with my tried and true Vintage Photo. I'm going to load it up and then just tap a little bit off and then just come in. Am I on the wrong side? No. Just come in with the Vintage Photo and just kind of rub it across the grain. You can go against the grain of the embossing folder. It's going to look a little splotchy, but I mean, that's what you know, wood does not look uniform. So you can make it as dark as you like. And then I am going to do the good old-fashioned ink the edges. This looks really dark now. It will lighten up a little as it dries. But I just think that is the coolest thing ever. That wood grain, so neat. It's so cool. Okay, let's do the same on this smaller piece. And I'm doing this on the embossed side or the raised side. This side is debossed, or you know, it goes down. This side is raised up. Okay. God, I love inking. I need to do it more often. Okay, so I'm just going to darken these ones up a little. You can see, I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell in person that they're just a little bit too light. compared to what I just did. I mean, you don't have to use this cardstock in an embossing folder. You can use any pattern paper, would be super, super cute on here. You know, just make your favorite box. I know we've all made them. As part of Country Craft Creations, we've made so many boxes. If you don't like my box, you can make any version of your own. Alright, I am just going to clean up my hands. Excuse me. Wake this up because it's inevitable. This ends up all over my clothes. Don't know how I do that. Just gifted. Okay. Alrighty. Give that a second to dry. Actually, I'm going to bring... Yeah, this should be good. There's our cute little box. Oh, look! And it doesn't go wobbly. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, no! We didn't put this down. We should have put this down before we... Good gravy. Okay, well, actually, this is... Alright, now we know we need to cut. Come on out there. Come on. Okay. I need to cut this down a little bit. It just does not want to fit. I'm going to take, I don't know, maybe just a little sliver off. That's hard to tell. I'm going to cut a little sliver off each side, just to help it slide into the box better. See, it's still a little bit too long. Where'd that go? Oops. Oh, no, that works. Okay, so I actually need to lift that up. So, whoops. Add my glue. So to make sure I get enough glue. See, can you hear that? Because this is all raised up because of the embossing folder. Just have to make sure we get a good amount of glue. Okay. Drop that down in there again. I'm going to actually take this bone folder because of the way it's shaped and just push that down in. Give it good pressure. Cute as that. I'm gonna have to follow up with some on the edges. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the sides on. Oh, let's dry fit the sides first. Make sure everything, we don't have anything that hangs over anywhere. Because again, I cut these to be the same size as the sides of the box, because I wanted it to just look like a little wooden box. Okay. All right. Okay. Careful to not apply too much pressure because this is just a thinner chipboard. cool does that look? I love it. Okay. As you can see, this is the easiest part of the whole project. Go. Make sure it gets a good stick on all four sides, on the edges. Okay. Next will be this one. And I'm just kind of using my fingers in the inside to just kind of follow what my fingers are doing on the outside. Just give it a little bit of support. And the last one. Feels a little. Oh, okay. Obviously, I'm not going to paper the bottom. You can do that if you'd like. But I advise you, obviously, you want to do it before you put down your feet, if you're using feet. So, that, so far, is our box. Okay, let me get this all out of our way. And we will bring our file folders in. Okay. Now they should all be in order. They may have gotten out of order, so I'm going to turn it upside down and start from the back. So December, oh, perfect, okay. December, November, October. Can you guys see that? Okay, October, September, August, oof, it's gonna be tight. July, uh-oh, get in there. June, May, April, March, February, oh my gosh, I love it, and January. There we go. And I'm going to kind of tilt this back. So as you can see, oh, I really do wish you could see January, but I just didn't think if I made this side any shorter, it might not hold everything, if you know what I mean. So here is January. Oops. Just so cute. I love it. There's the sides. There's, oh, sorry, that's the back. And that's the view from the side. And there's still plenty of room, so when you add photos in here, it's just fun. It just reminds me of an old Rolodex. If you're old enough to remember using those in an office. My Rolodex in my office is now electronic. It's not quite as fun. But I love how the stickers are all sticking out in all different directions. Sometimes they're the little pull tabs. Sometimes they're these, I don't know, what do I call these? The V-shaped. Sometimes they're the V-shaped ones. I love the look of the longer tags and the shorter tags together. So, yeah. And at this point, you can decorate the front. And my plan for the front, I'm actually going to take these back out so I don't ruin them. I don't want them to fall on the floor. I'm going to use some stickers. I originally thought I was going to put this on the front, but I don't know. That doesn't leave a whole lot of room for anything else. So what I'm going to do, I finally found a spot for that. I could also use the Noteworthy. Oh, there's too many choices. Too many choices. That might have to go in the back. Okay, so I have what is this? Typewriter. I have, now I'm not going to stick these down. I'm just going to kind of lay them there. Every day. Oh, is that a one sticker? Beautiful. Okay. L-I-F-E. Everyday life. Okay, and again, I'm just going to lay that there. Oh, sorry for my... There we go. Okay. There was too much glare. Okay, so everyday life. Let's see. These are the stickers that I have left. Let's see. There's nothing in there I wanted to use. I wish I had another pencil. I don't. What do you think? What do you guys think? Nobody's telling me. Maybe it's because I shouldn't use that. Nope, I feel like I need that. I feel like this needs a typewriter. Or a notebook. I mean, come on, a Rolodex. Rolodex, and now that's cute. Okay, let's see. All right, so I'm going to take these apart, stick them down on my mat. All right, actually, I'm going to pop these up on Pop Dots. That's what I'm going to do. Oh my gosh, we're 43 minutes already. I'm so sorry. But that's what you get with me. Okay, oops. Let's give that. I have these foam squares that I love. And you know, Tamara sells a lot of foam squares in the store of various sizes. Okay. I like to add extra glue. Again, I think I made that pretty painfully clear. Okay, so what you did not see me do, because I did not expect to use these, I didn't take the sticky off the back, but I'm okay with that. So I'm going to actually put this little guy. He needs a foam square on the side. Since that one's popped up, he needs to be propped up on one side. Okay, and then he's going to actually overlap over here. He's so cute with his little face. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm going to do over there, but I need to lift that one up. Oh, don't stick. Okay. Stick the life down. Add some glue to the sticker. Because again, you know, depending on your climate, that adhesive, it may never dry, or it may. Oh crap. If it does, if it's super humid, it could lift, you know, and let loose. But I suppose glue could too, but I've never had that happen. Okay, and I'm just kind of sticking that there. I love that. All right. Let's see. Uh-oh. Oh, I've got this cute binder clip. Oh my goodness. Where are we going to put him? Oh. I think we're going to glue him right there. Or her, because she's pink. She's cute. Okay, and then I think we're going to take one more of these. Makes me happy. Oh my goodness, good things ahead. Don't forget this. How about if we do don't forget this? Everyday life. Oops. Don't. Ooh, we need to pick him up. She needs to hold off a minute. All right, let's add some glue to this dude. Don't forget this. Okay, now she can come back. This is literally how I design things, and I'm sorry, I should have designed this before I got you all involved. Love it. Okay. I still think that Noteworthy needs to go on here. This sticker. I love that sticker. I think it's going to go on this side. Because I can just flip the file folders around if I want to change my mind. And that's what I'm good at, changing my mind. Noteworthy. Love it. That is a big sticker. It's at least, that's 5.5 inches wide at the widest point. Okay, that says Noteworthy. Yeah, no, I don't like any of the other stickers for it, but yeah, so let's put that back together and I will show you the final project. I may go through and add some bling because I wouldn't be me without some pink bling. But let's add these girls in here. Oh my goodness. Do you love it as much as I do? See, I think it needs some bling like around here. Yeah, it does. I will add it. I won't make you suffer through it. I just love how, like, for instance, this is the month of April. So I'll share with you how I did it. I know you'll see the photos in the beginning of the video, but hold please. I say that all the time. I just think it's super cute. So that's one of my, oh no, January, February. This is March. And okay, so April slides right in there. And I love it. I love that all the different colors of ribbon. I know we talked about all that already. But yeah, so that is our little Noteworthy file folder box. So thank you so much for joining me in this tutorial. And as I always say, or as always, if you make this project, please share it with me. I love to see it. There's nothing better than people that take one of your projects and make it. And I know everybody on the design team will say the same thing. We love when you share the photos with us over on Scrapbookers or even on Instagram, or a lot of people, they may not like to post, but they'll actually private message me and send it to me. We love to see those. So that's why we do it. And yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time. Bye.